All right, let's start with it. Let's start with it. Hello, everybody. Let me know if my audio sounds okay, cause it's been fucked with. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I have experienced an untold amount of. First, I'll wait until you guys tell me my audio is fine, and then I'll. Okay, great. It works. Okay. Um. Yeah, I've experienced an untold amount of psychic damage from, like, unregulated exposure to Linux audio, which is, it's kind of a dumpster fire at the moment. I kind of wonder, like, it must have used to be worse, because so many things on Linux have gotten better over the last couple of years. So, like, I don't know. I believe that they'll get there. Hola. I believe that Linux, I have a dream that one day Linux will be good for audio, and I don't know. It's just I can hope. And you know, they got there for gaming. They got there for gaming. Linux is now a good gaming platform. It is not a good audio platform. But I have trust that we will get there eventually. Until then, I will struggle through. But anyway, last week sorry, not last week, like 2 days ago, like on Thursday, we did some music on stream. We did some music. Let me show the game here. We did some music on stream last week, doing like writing music, and I kind of worked on it a little bit since then. So why don't we go? Oh, little seagull there. Oh. Sorry, this is gonna be a, this stream is gonna touch a lot of things, just because, like, I keep noticing, little issues. Like, look at that seam there. There's a lot of shit I realize I need to fix that, has nothing to do with anything, but we're gonna get there. So this is my, Linux audio recovery stream, I suppose. If you guys really want to see music, like, you can let me know. But, like, I don't know. I feel like we're probably not doing music today. Which is interesting, because it used to be that, like, the music was the stuff that I got to when I was, like, experiencing frustration with the other aspects of the game. But now it's an aspect of the game that's causing me frustration. I don't know, maybe once we get, like, once I, like, get more used to it, like, I can, because it's, like, the most pain you experience is when you're adjusting to it. So, like, I used to do the, music on Windows, obviously, but, that, I'm not using Windows anymore, and transitioning was not too bad for programming and gaming stuff, but for audio stuff, it was pretty bad. And it's like, it caused me actual stress. Like, I think I lost hair over it. Yeah. It at least caused me psychic damage. But anyway, I did some more work on the thing that we recorded on. Yes, transitioning, exactly. What's my profession? I make this game. That's what I do. Ayush saying welcome to the stream. And by the way, hello, Incentia and others, Ola and Grubby, and what's my profession? Yeah, I make this game. I used to. Oh, we got the music here. I used to be a software engineer for a 3D graphics company. I can say who they are. I used to work for Autodesk. I made, like, 3D modeling software with them. But now and I've always been a musician as well, just, like, casually, but, like, this is the music that we worked on last stream. Pierre's theme. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But yeah, anyway, now I'm just working on this game because I wanted to finish it, and I was like, yeah, I gotta try that. So yeah. And the loop doesn't quite loop properly. I need to tweak that. But anyway, I added more parts to that, and now I found a couple plugins that actually do work on Linux, so that I could do strings that sound a little bit better. So let's just take that in one more time. And I will open the drink. Where's audio is a common issue with my transition as well. Well, good luck with that. Anyway, let's grab our drink today. I honestly really don't know what this is. This is from China. It's got a panda on it and some kind of citrus fruit. We're gonna find out what this is. Oh. That's interesting. This is completely clear. But it tastes like lemonade, basically. Yeah, I think it's basically clear lemonade. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I'm always scared when I have a drink with no English on it, because I'm like, literally no fucking clue what this is. And the Korean drinks have burned me, because like I've gotten some like really bad ones. A lot of them are pretty good, but there's some bad ones out there. So why don't we let's reload this game and let's go into the daytime so we can start fixing those issues that I called up. So I think we're gonna just start with like kind of working on like little what do we? Oh, we need to be further over that way. Little issues with geometry and stuff like that, just because I keep noticing them. But oh yeah, there's one more thing that I totally changed that I feel like I'm gonna need playtesting input on. I completely changed the way the character controller works. Theoretically, it should feel exactly the same unless you're pushing a heavy object, but it probably is going to be different, and I'd like to get some feedback on if people notice that. Okay, so let's look at the issue that I was talking about. Okay, so there's this just kind of crops up. Like, I don't really think there's any way to avoid this. Like, this is not an Odyssey engine specific issue. This is a just anytime you start like dropping 3D triangles together, you're gonna get seams. So you just kind of have to get your terrain, and you guys see the seam here? Like there's a gap. So I'm just gonna fill that in with this, and then we're gonna take the smooth brush. Hello, Tutu. Welcome. Okay, so there we go. Pretty simple. The gap is gone, but those kind of things just kind of happen because, you know, you're working with triangles. They don't. Okay, now another issue here we have. Yep. Oh yeah, you can actually see it changing as the LOD changes. We have a attribute clash. That's funny because it's the same thing. Put the plant there, nobody will notice approach. Well, I could fix the gap. I mean, I could put a plant there too. We could do that. Actually, let's put a plant there. Just for fun. Let's put a this guy. Bam. Nobody will notice. Okay, so back to what I was doing. I'm gonna fix this this is an interesting byproduct of the way that I handle the different textures on terrain. Basically, each vertex on the terrain can have a blend of 4 different textures, or 4 different materials, more accurately. in between those two vertices, sometimes you get one vertex where you have 4 textures and one vertex where you have another 4 textures, and then in the middle there's a straight like seam between them, so you kind of need to like fix that. So one thing you can do is you can I go to terrain palette paint. I'm gonna sample that palette here, and I'm gonna just clean up the seam here. See? So now that's fixed, and as I zoom out, yeah, it's still there. So yeah, that's just like a quick thing. I'm gonna show off a little bit of the what's changed. So I don't know if people remember this, but the character here used to be able to push like basically any sized object, no matter how heavy it was. So let's go over here. Basically, so let's say we have like a barrel. So it would make sense that if the character walks into this, hey, Firefly, you push it, it moves, right? But this rock is a little bit heavier. So see, it barely moves. Actually, this is probably not even heavy enough. What's the weight on this? 500 kilos. This rock is probably more than 500 kilos in real life. So I'm gonna make that. Less physics engine abuse. Well, no, it's just more accurate. You can still move this with okay, so wait 1 second. I'm gonna say that. If I take a bomb, you can still blow shit up. Okay, so you can still do physics shenanigans. So let's throw a bomb at that. We saw styropor rocks in Star Trek. Why not in ASO? Oh, shit. Oh. I didn't realize you could climb on that rock. That's an interesting... That kind of makes sense, actually. So, it just did the physics. So you can climb onto it. This is some emergent gameplay, I'm just realizing. Oh, it's doing the Indiana Jones. Oh. Are we gonna get crushed by it? No, we'll end to the side. Okay, that's just going down. Interesting. Is styropor the German word for styrofoam? Is that what you guys are saying, styropor? That's yeah. Maybe the sorcerer invented it. Okay, yeah, this rock is just... It's rolling. Art direction. I said it because I was repeating the... I have no clue what it's called in German. Well, anyway, in North America, at least, we call it styrofoam. But yeah. What was I gonna say? I just had an idea. I feel like I want to intentionally make like a rolling rock thing. So why don't we... Let's trigger something like that, actually. That could be fun. So, I am going to... Okay, so let's quit the game. I'm gonna restart this just so we're starting from scratch because we moved everything. I kind of want to make like an Indiana Jones type like rolling rock thing just because I think it would be cool. So let's make it roll down this hill. Okay, so I'm gonna carve a little bit of a path for the rock to fall through. And then we're gonna make... Yeah, exactly, the rock trap. And the cool thing is, I think we can do this without writing any code. I think we already have all the things setup we need. We don't even need to write scripts. I think we can just use an entity spawner. So I'm gonna... Alex, hello! Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Or I guess maybe you haven't been chatting in a while, but it's nice to see you. I love to have you here. So anyway, we're gonna cut away, increase the strength on that. We're gonna cut away sort of a channel for the rock to slide down. So it's gonna start up here somewhere. I'm gonna increase the size of that. So, by the way this works is, I have add, it's in the add mode here, so if you left-click it adds, and if you right-click it subtracts. Been busy with uni the last couple weeks. I guess your semester's probably over then, because, I mean, at least that's the time that we have it in, Canada. It usually ends in, I mean, exams are usually, oh, actually, that would have been a little while ago. I don't know what country you're in, but I hope you have some time off now, because I know it can be pretty stressful, or at least it was when I was at uni. All right, so we're gonna take our flattened gradient here, which is a tool that we added a little while ago, and so that's gonna make a nice flat slope for us. So, an interesting thing about the flattened gradient tool, I actually realized that it was mathematically incorrect, and then I tried to fix it, and then I realized that the correct result, like, was less useful than the incorrect one. So, I'm using... So, I had it where it flattened to basically, like, a plane, where it figured out, like... That was the correct one, was, like, it was supposed to find a plane, and then use the plane to flatten it. But this averages... This way, the incorrect thing averages the slope across two axes, and it just ended up being more useful, so I'm using that instead. Okay, so anyway, we have our little slope. I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna put a little dirt path in here, just to make it clear that this is where the rock is gonna roll. So I'm gonna go rock and roll. Terrain paint, and we're gonna put in the, dirt here. Right. Math is fake. Video games run on vibes. Yeah, I guess. Alright, so... And to be clear, when we say vibes, like, I mean the good kind of vibes. Not like vibe coding. We don't do any of that here. Just need to be clear on that. Alright. So yeah, anyway, texture paint, let's keep doing that. Artisanal vibes, exactly. My vibes are artisanal. They're, handcrafted vibes. Okay, so let's take a rock. Oh, actually, we had this big moving rock, I need to see. So this is actually basically this should be a prefab. So I'm going to take the big rock, I'm going to create a big rock, and I'm going to make the moving rock a prefab version of that. So we're going to take this, we're going to go to prefab, then we're going to create a derived prefab, which is something I added. Shit. I forgot to change this to big rock rigid body. Can I undo that? Is that undoable? Oh, shit, no. Oopsies. Well, we crashed. Because I probably didn't implement something. The undo didn't work with that, I guess. But it's okay, we'll just go... Oh, I teleported that thing. Undo. The undo works there, more or less. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. I hope that got saved. It did. Okay, so... Sorry, we're gonna take the rock. Take big rock. I'm gonna call this big rock rigid body. Then I'm gonna create a derived prefab. Okay, cool, that worked. Then we're gonna add a physics rigid body. We're gonna override that in prefab. And we're gonna give it the mass of, let's make it heavier than... I think it was 500 before. Let's make it 800. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that prefab now. So now we can make... Now we can spawn a big moving rock anywhere we want. So let's put that at the top of the hill and see if it rolls. Alright, wait. Sorry, I'm just gonna move my camera so we can see more accurately what happens here. Alright, it stops. So I think I actually... Do I want to change the friction? Okay, so it's gonna... Because I'm saying if we set friction to, like, really low, then it's not gonna slow down as easily. But also what I think is we need to do is we need to smooth out this path because it's getting caught on the side here. So... let's go to our terrain. So I'm going to take smooth. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. Yeah. And so if the sides are smooth, it should roll better, I think. And not get caught on the side here. Also, I could make the path straighter. That would also do it, I think. So if I teleport this guy back to the top of the hill, how's he gonna roll? Gotta give him a little... He's not rolling at all. Why is he not rolling? Okay. So it keeps going to this side. I feel like it's sloping too far this way. So, gonna go back to my terrain. Gonna subtract this side. Because I kind of want to keep it in the center, actually. Alright, let's put it back here. Okay. Let's take away a little bit more here. And then smooth. Nope. That was probably too much smoothing. Yeah. Alright, well. Yeah, well, it's working now. Anyway, so, here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna delete this guy. We're gonna... Oh, actually, instead of deleting him, we're gonna do, convert to spawner. So now, we have this spawner here. And so, entity spawner. Wait. I can't remember what this spawn distance does. If it's like how far from the spawner you can get before it spawns. So, I might need to do some tweaking. Yeah, oh, actually, yeah, okay. So once we're within 100 units of this, it's gonna spawn a rock. So I'm gonna save that. And that should activate the trap. Oh, it did. But this is sleeping. It spawns sleeping, so I need to do something. Okay, so we need to get to our spawner. I need to do a little bit of code. Because right now, when the spawner is spawning an entity, it's spawning it asleep. So, let's get some music rolling while we do some code. Let me... Where's my playlist? There we go. Cool. So, what do we have here? We have our ent spawner. I'm gonna add a bool to this. Actually, let's add some flags instead. Jake, does the boulder damage you? It does! It does damage you, and we're gonna see that soon. As soon as we get this. So I'm gonna add a flag here, which is activate rigid body. So basically, this flag is gonna say that, like, it's basically gonna say, like, if this flag is set, we want the rigid body to become active as soon as it's spawned. So now we're gonna add flags to this. Equals 0, so by default, no flags are set. Can't, oh. Just give ourselves a value that, that means no flags are set. Okay, cool. So now, we just need to do a couple things. We can find where we spawn entity. Okay, so... Okay, come on. So, update spawners. So, basically, okay, yeah, this is where we check to see, the spawner distance, and then we create the spawn entity, we add the things, then we instantiate it. You should make it insta-kill. I mean, that would be pretty brutal. We'll see about that. So, I'm gonna take my spawned ent, so we're gonna do if our spawner.flags and activate rigid body. So if this is set, we're gonna do we're gonna find our, we're gonna do physics. Physics. Get object. And then our entity, which is spawnnet. Dot activate. And then let's just add a little bit of safety here. We're gonna do if physics, sorry, if spawned ent dot has component rigid body. Cool. So that's set. Now we just need to add that to the editor. We're gonna editor.cp. We find our ent spawner. Actually, a couple things I want to add here. So we have our ent spawner. I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a imgui checkbox flags. we need to add some, we're gonna need to add, wait, where else do we, oh, actually, that's easy. Shit, where did I just, int spawner. Okay, actually, this is one more thing I wanted to add. I'll just put this right now. I'm gonna add a wireframe sphere, just to show where the radius is. Add wireframe sphere at this position, and then the size is gonna be equal to, oh, sorry, we're gonna do auto p equals try component. So we're gonna do int spawner. So sp.radius. No? It's not called radius? What's it called? Oh, first of all, it needs to be a pointer. Min distance. Okay, cool. Oh, orientation. So we can just do empty orientation. Okay, cool. Anyway, sorry, we're doing the rest of the thing with the checkbox. Okay, so checkbox flags, we're gonna do, what's it called? Sorry, I need to have more Chinese lemonade. It's gonna be called activate rigid body. I don't remember if I... Do I use rigid body as one word or two words? We'll do 2 words for now, that's fine. And then we're gonna do int spawner. Oh, we need to give it the S flags. And then we need to give it what the flag is, which is int spawner activate rigid body. Okay. Okay, very quick. We're gonna find our JSON serializer. Okay, so we have these. I'm just gonna save the flags here. Cool. So now that's going to be serialized, and it's going to be, we're going to be able to edit it in the editor. So let's, actually, let's just build that. So yeah, I guess, oh, error? Why do you have an error? Oh, no matching called. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. The problem is that this is a, it doesn't like it because the, it wants the flags to be an int. So first of all, this is just so that the flags take up less space, like they... but anyway, I'm also gonna say, int flags equals s flags. We're just gonna basically copy it to an int. Std bitcast. Oh, shit, it can't be a bitcast. Static cast int. I don't think this is gonna change the bit pattern. So then we change the flags. And if we click on this, then we're gonna do s flags. Sorry. S flags equal static cast. Not int, but flags T. So that's cool. That should compile. Is my camera frozen again? It seems to be. Let's see if we can get that unfrozen. Okay, now it's back to 4K. Okay, cool. We're good. Are you giving me another error? Okay. It doesn't like the fact that it's a flag type. I need to give it a an enum, but it doesn't like that because it's a flag. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make a uint8 uint8t. That's what it's gonna be. Then it will figure out how to serialize that because that's a standard ass type. Also, this needs to be a uint8t. So while we're waiting for compilation, I figured I should give the plug. Don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam if you haven't already done that, and subscribe to the channel. We also have, if you want to help me out, support me monetarily, there's a link to my Ko-Fi down below if you want to give me a small donation, $2, $5, or $10. And if you do, you can leave a message and I'll read out wherever that is on stream. And also, you get a special role in the Discord. And with that special role, I sometimes give some exclusive content on that Discord to people. So yeah. Also, yeah, the Discord's down below if you want to join that. That's absolutely free. But yeah, I will say thank you to all the people who did contribute, that we were able to buy this fantastic 60 FPS webcam that you guys are seeing me on. I think I finally figured out my shot, more or less. Yeah. It's like, it's on a thing that's like clamped to the wall that is like pointing at me. I wasn't able to get it like close enough just by putting it on my monitor. Alright, how's this build going? Get some more Chinese lemonade. Out of 23. You almost done? Oh, this is the compilation. The music is perfect for waiting for compilation, by the way. I mean, I guess we're probably not waiting for compilation. We're probably waiting for linking at the moment. Yeah, linking. There we go. Okay, cool. We compiled. Okay, now let's go back to our spawner. Where did we... Oh, it's here. So, where's our rock spawner? Big rock... Yeah. Okay, so... This is the radius in which it's going to spawn a rock. So I'm going to decrease that so it's, like, sort of just right here. So our radius, so we just added that basically while we were editing. Abdullah, so wait, all of this is just OpenGL and not Vulkan? Yeah, it's OpenGL. Why, like, yeah, I don't know. OpenGL is pretty capable. You can do all this stuff. I mean, the reason I use OpenGL is because I started working on this before Vulkan existed. But yeah, like, you could do... Like, unless you're doing ray tracing, I don't think there's anything you can do in Vulkan that you can't do in OpenGL, except for ray tracing. So let's do... 80? 70. Okay, 70 is where I want to have it. So that's the radius. Okay, so I'm going to save that. And I'm going to hit activate rigid body. So now, when we walk towards it, it's going to spawn a rock, which is going to roll towards us. Oh, didn't mean to show that. We can still add hardware RT later, and interrupt with Vulkan just for that part. What we're gonna... One thing you can't do in OpenGL is crash your GPU with GPU page faults. If you try hard enough, I think you could probably figure out how to do that. But I was gonna say, I mean, I did manage to lock up the Steam Deck OS with OpenGL. Like, completely crash the entire OS. Okay, so let's walk into here and let's see, is something gonna come rolling down on us? Oh, okay, well, we hit the thing. Yeah, okay, well, oh, I see. It's because we didn't, It's because the rigid body doesn't exist until after this setup objects call. So we need to call this after this, but this is all the ents that spawn, so we only want to do the ones that, okay, so, where is this? So this is outside the loop, so it spawns everything in one go. So, what we can do is we can find a, do a, std, vector. Oh, no, we're gonna do a GCM small vector. No, not GCM. Small vector? What was it? GCH small vector. Hold on, let's get the music back on. The little bossa nova. Denjay 121. Hello. Abdullah. I know OpenGL is powerful. I just hate it's yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, the shader debug, the tooling for OpenGL is not great. I will give you that. But yeah, like I was thinking of like porting to Vulkan after I finished the game, just because it's like I can't like take so much time away from doing the game dev to like redo the API, so it's like kind of not worth it for me. But like afterwards, maybe I'll have time to do that. So we'll see. But like yeah, the reason I'm with OpenGL is because this engine started before Vulkan existed. So let's leave space for 8 of those. And then we're gonna do rigid bodies to activate. Okay, so instead of activating it here, we're gonna add it to this. We're gonna in place back spawn ent into this vector. Then is dot get ID. Then we're gonna do if actually we'll just do for auto E in rigid bodies to activate. We're gonna take we're gonna get object E and activate it. Okay, why can't you do that? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna do auto P engine. So we need to get a pointer for a physics engine is equal to GL this and GL that in VK, unless you mean GLSL versus HLSL. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like GLSL. I think it's fine. It's a fine shader language. So P engine is equal to physics get main engine. Then we can do get object P engine activate. That should deal with it. Jake, no. What did I say? What are you reacting to? Oh, hello, Annicator. Don't let big GLSL rule you. I don't know. It's just I have never had that big of an issue with it. Like, I mean, I've heard a bunch of people try to use like custom shader languages, but they all seem to have a lot of trouble with them. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like, you use OpenGL, it just kind of works, you know? Sorry, you use GLSL, it just kind of works, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to worry about, like, oh, like, this shader compiler friggin' is fucking up, or whatever. This, yeah. I don't know. So, we're gonna go to, I'm gonna go back to that and hope we don't crash. Yeah, GLSL is fine in my experience. Yeah, me too. I have no more issue with it. NVIDIA is getting LLMs to develop it, and the compiler is full of bugs. Yeah. Okay, so this is another thing that, like, is just kind of my philosophy. Like, avoid having dependencies. Just, like, if you can avoid having a dependency in your engine, do it. Because dependencies will cause you trouble. Because other people will fuck you up, okay? Pixel Duck is adding ray tracing to Shady, so I may switch over. Yeah, Pixel Duck is a gem. She is absolutely appreciated in this community. Yeah. Okay, so did that spawn the thing? Yeah, there we go. It's not moving fast enough to cause me damage. So it's because it's not steep enough, I guess? Because it kind of slowed down here because... Okay, so... I just write everything myself. I don't need others to screw me over. I'll do it myself. It's still amazing how big of a difference the grass rendering made compared to older builds of yore. Yeah, I think it does. I think the grass looks pretty good. Actually, it's interesting. The trailer still doesn't have grass rendering in it because I did the trailer like a year ago. I will be making a new trailer because... Sorry, why am I doing that? I'll be making a new trailer soon for GP Direct because that's what the last one was made for. Kind of an excuse to make a new trailer. But anyway, so this angle needs to be steeper so the rock rolls faster, basically. Any cater, you have 1 day. You have until tomorrow to submit to GP Direct. You should. You really should. By the way, if anybody has if you're a member of the graphics programming Discord server, and you have to have already been a member. You can't be a member just now to apply to the showcase. But there is a showcase that's happening called GP Direct. If you have a project that you think is cool and you want to show it off, you have until tomorrow to apply to the showcase. So, so look into that. There's an announcement on the announcements channel where they say that. That's in GP Direct. That's not my server. Sorry, that's in the GP programming, the graphics programming Discord server, not my server. Although I am on GP, so. Deep engineered. I'm not. I don't know. You're trying to trigger me. We don't appreciate that kind of talk here. So yeah. Yeah, so consider this a warning. If you try to trigger me, like if you're intentionally trying to get me mad, like I am gonna ban you. So yeah. It didn't work. The rage bait didn't work. I will. The thing is, you don't have driver editor. Yeah. No, like, okay. I'm not gonna argue with Vulkan not being... Like, I'm on your side with the Vulkan thing. I don't disagree with you. I will say that I don't think it's going to make a huge difference to the performance of ASO, mostly because ASO is, like, entirely GPU bound all the time. So it's, like, it's literally just, like, I don't really, like, Vulkan is mostly a CPU, like, switching to Vulkan mainly frees up CPU time, basically. So it's, like, but the thing is, we're already pretty efficient in that front, with, ASO, so it's... I don't think there would be a huge win that way, although I want to do it just because I think it would be cool. Sorry, let me just smooth out this thing so we can work on a rock trap. Vulkan is fun, and you will do... Well, okay, so Incentia, the plan is to do it for ASO as a post-release update. Yeah. But we're not rewriting... We're not making a new engine. We're using this current engine. We're just gonna make it work with Vulkan. And the next project, the next game, whenever that will be, and whichever game that will be, there's a couple options that I have that I might pick for the next game. They will... in all likelihood, be done using... Like, they will be done using the Vulkan version of this engine. But they'll be made using the same engine. Okay, so... Sorry, this guy needs to be reactivated. Okay, so... Okay, this needs to be smoothed out. Really. Exactly, we've got plenty of gameplay and level design challenges to work out before Vulkan. But, like, also, like, I think, like, visually, the game, I think, looks good. Like, the game looks good, and it runs well. I mean, people can argue about whether or not it looks good, but I don't think people can argue about whether or not ASO runs well. It certainly runs well. Okay, so, let's save that. I'm gonna destroy this rock, and another one is gonna spawn at the top of the hill. Okay. Okay, I took some damage, but my noggin stopped it. One other thing we could do is we can increase the mass of this thing. How big should a boulder be? Like, how heavy is... Okay. Density of granite. So 1 meter cubed of granite is 2,600 kilos. And what's the volume of this? 2,600 kilos. Actually, I wish I had a better way to... I do actually have code that calculates the volume, but unfortunately, it's not... It doesn't just show up in the thing. Actually, I'm gonna click save. Let's add that feature into... Let's add that feature into the editor, just so we can have some way of setting the mass. So I'm gonna save the game here. Gonna quit, and I'm gonna add some way to set rigid body mass via density, just because I feel like that would be handy. In before the density of granite doesn't translate well to Indiana Jones rocks. Well, I feel like it needs to be dense because it's too light right now. 800 pounds is like a couple people, you know what I mean? Which, you know, would probably not insta-kill you when you get rolled into by them. Anyway. Let's go to editor. Does CVP. Okay, so now we're gonna go to rigid body. Rigid underscore body. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. So. This is where we set the mass. So I'm gonna do just a static float density equals, let's do just 1. Because this is not actually a property. We're just basically using this to set the mass. So then we're gonna have a so let's say if we modify the density, okay, no, actually, let's have just a slider. So density, and we're gonna set this. And then we're gonna have volume. And then we're gonna do calculate. We're gonna have an IamGUI button to calculate density. Sorry, calculate volume. Just like adding some utilities. So if we're gonna do sorry, let me find my buoyancy compensator. Aha. So we have physics, get shape volume, and we have mesh volume. Great. So then we have our rigid body. Where was the thing? Okay, right here. So, I was doing my thing. So to calculate the volume, it's gonna do. We're gonna have 2 buttons here. We're gonna do calculate volume mesh, and we're gonna have calculate volume. One second. OBJ. Dot. No? Why can't you resolve that? Get shape volume. Oh, okay. OBJ dot get. No. Got shape. I recently got rid of legacy functionality like vertex arrays, which I had enough fun with mapping buffers, so I don't want to switch to something. Yeah, no, it's totally fine to use OpenGL. Like, it's a good API, or at least it is now. It wasn't. I mean, there was a period where OpenGL was pretty rough, but it's actually fine. Like, nothing wrong with it. Okay, so also there shouldn't be limits on this. Okay, sorry, what was I doing? I was, it's so... We need to do... Get collider. Active entity... Get... Component... Physics... Collider... dot shape. Okay. And so then if we calculate calc volume collider. Okay, so wait, where else do we do mesh volume? where do we get the... Okay. So this is only going to be available if we have a mesh. And this should actually be only available if we have a collider. Okay, so now we have one more button that is set mass. So set mass from volume and density. So is kinematic and CCD are the same thing here? No, they're not. CCD is continuous collision detection. It's basically for small, fast-moving objects. Oh, so this should be auto collider. Yeah, but you call the same function. Ah! You found a bug! Thank you, Annie. You saved me a little bit of, Yeah, because they set different things, but then they called it... Alright, well, you saved me a little bit there. Okay, so now we're gonna set the mass. So we're gonna do our mass is equal to just density times volume, I guess. Okay. All the physics heads in the audience will, I mean, that's obviously correct, right? Like, it's basic shit. All right, let's run this. I wish Chronos never deprecated vertex arrays. Well, the problem is that's just not how GPUs work anymore. So it's like, is kind of how it needs to be. Like GPUs are supposed to draw from GPU memory. So you have to have your vertex data in GPU memory. So like, if you didn't have it in GPU memory, you're basically uploading it every time. Why is this not running? I didn't click it, probably. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Nice little copy-paste bug there. Happens all the time. Vertex array objects. Yeah, but that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about, like, basically client-side vertex arrays. At least that's what I gather. He can correct me if I'm... suppose they can correct me if that's not what they're talking about. Yeah, but, like, once again, that's not how the GPU works, right? So it's like... I get it is more overhead, but, like, basically what I did is there's a kind of a, for particles and stuff, I have a kind of a wrapper that makes that easy, right? So it's like, wait, no, can't you just call GL buffer sub data every frame? Like, that might actually work fine for you. Anyway, you know, it's a balance. It's a balance. You gotta simplicity versus like efficiency and stuff. Is it actually slow, or did somebody tell you it was slow? That's what I'm saying. Because you'd be surprised at a lot of the misinfo in OpenGL space. Basically, there's a lot of beginners that use OpenGL. Oh, you tested it. Okay, good. So, in your case, it was slow. Because I just hear a lot of shit where people are like, oh, this is slow. And then I'm like, did you test it? And it turns out that they're basing that information off, like, you know, something they read on GameDev.net, like, back in, like, 2005, which might have been true then, but might not actually have been even true then, but is definitely not true now. But anyway, I'm not shit-talking GameDev.net. I think that was an amazing site. And, I mean, to a certain extent, I guess it still is. It still exists. But it's not what it once was. Anyway, sorry, I was going to set the density for these rocks now. Okay, so, this guy's coming down. I'm going to click him. So let's see if these functions really work. So, I find my rigid body. So we're going to calculate the volume from the mesh, which is it's 18.933 meters cubed, and it's 2,600 kilograms per... Yeah, that's a lot heavier than what I have there. So now I set mass. Wow. That's how heavy it is. 49 tons. Does that seem right? I guess. Metric tons, I should say. Okay, so let's stand underneath this and immediately get insta-killed by it. Yeah. They are pretty heavy. Yeah. McNish, you got your wish here. You got your wish. Okay, I'm probably gonna go back and make it not quite that heavy. But it is actually nice that I can set things based on density now. Okay, so this guy spawned in. I'm gonna set this, so I'm gonna set our density to 100, which is a lot less. Then I'm gonna calculate the volume from the mesh. Then we're gonna set it. Okay, no, 200. Then we're gonna save the prefab. Then we're gonna go underneath it and see what damage it does to us. Also insta-kills us. That volume of potatoes is roughly 1 ton. I find it really funny that you know that off the top of your head, but, you know, everybody has all sorts of interesting facts in their head, and I appreciate you. Never change. That would really suck. Being crushed by a literal ton of potatoes. Also, just for the Americans in the audience, I am referring to metric tons. Wonder how many carts of Back to the Future manure that is. I filled so many 1-ton boxes with spoiled potatoes. That sounds like a horrific time, to be honest. I hope that didn't psychically damage you as much as Linux audio damaged me. Okay, so I feel like this should do half your health. Half your health and damage. So I'm gonna do 100. Oh god, that's really sad. I'm sorry. It seems like it's funny, but that does not seem funny in that context. So yeah, factories are really weird in what you experience. Yeah. I've never worked in a factory. That seems... It seems like some crazy shit can happen there. Okay, sorry, I need to calculate the volume set. Okay, 1800. Is that enough to instantly vaporize us? Okay, no. Maybe 150. So, like, almost 3,000 kilos. So, like, 3 tons? 3 tons? Is that right? Okay, so we're gonna delete this guy. He's gonna spawn again up here. Let's get right in the way of it. Yeah, that killed us instantly. The scaling seems to be a little bit odd here. One moment. I'm gonna do 125. I should create a save point right there so that we can get, we can know what's going on, but anyway. Alright, so. No, it went past us. Okay, I'm gonna delete that so we can get right in the path of it. Alright, come on. Maybe 100 was actually okay. Negative. Okay, so let me start that again. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, so, I feel like your damage system is very unpredictable and hard to work with. Yeah, maybe. It's trying to be based on physics, which is why it's probably unpredictable. Well, so, do you have a damage multiplier anywhere that you could tweak instead of the mass? Not for this kind of damage. What I can do is I could make this just a thing that deals damage when it touches you. Which is gonna be... I mean, that would be easier to deal with, but maybe I'm just spending too... I mean, what I could do is I could do, like, add component, what was it? Game? Damage volume. Then we can, yeah, just sort of, get that in there. Oh, actually, we can add some knockback. I think that might be the issue, is that we're not getting knockback. So we're taking all the damage to our face. So actually, here's what I'll do. I'll set the damage to 0. And then the knockback, I'll set to 10. And then... Okay, so now, let's see what happens. Still into our face. Yeah, but it's that music is gonna need some work. Yeah, well, we're working on it. I don't know if I told you about the Linux audio catastrophe that we're dealing with right now. Anyway, a lot of the areas do have much better music. This is just an area that we haven't worked on as much. Crush. Yeah, we got crushed. So I'm gonna set the mass to something that's not gonna damage us. I want to see 20 boulders for the... Don't worry, we'll get 20 boulders. We'll get a lot of boulders. Alright, so let's set the density to, 10. So... let's just get back to 500, which is what it was at the start of stream. We'll save that. And then... Oh. Why didn't that update? That should have... 500 killed us. That's interesting. Something might be going on here. But it is killing us immediately. Okay, so let's find that guy. So damage volume, it's not doing any damage. No, okay. Mass 500. I guess just because it's going faster, because it's going down the hill like that. Okay. Okay, so there's not enough knockback. So let's put this back up here. I'm gonna set the knockback to like 100 and see what happens. Maybe sending the knockback in the wrong direction? 1,000. This seems wrong, but we'll see. Well, I mean, honestly, that's doing, like, what I think maybe should be the right amount of damage. But why is it not knocking us back is the curious part. We need to go into debug mode. So I'm going to go debug. We're going to find our damage volume. Alright, so add damage volume. Okay, so... we're going to find a character. Yeah, so we should hit this breakpoint when we get hit with the rock. Is my camera frozen again? Let's see if we can fix that. It's back. It's back. Okay, cool. Camera's back. Camera's back. Okay, so as you can see, we're in debug mode, so we're lagging because the optimizer is not running. Okay, so we have our breakpoint set, and let's get this to bop us on the noggin here. Oh, we missed it. Let's delete it so it spawns another one. Okay. What? Why didn't we get hit with that? Come on, right in there. Am I somehow dodging it? Okay, it didn't hit the breakpoint. Why did it not hit the breakpoint? Okay. It has a damage volume. Is it because there's no damage? Amount. Let's try that here. Okay. Get hit. No. It didn't trigger the damage volume. That's curious. Huh. Why did it not trigger the damage volume? Alright, 1 second. I think that I need to take a quick bathroom break, and then I'll be right back. But right now, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Are you guys still here? Alright, let's see. What were we doing? Alright, so. I am going to... So somehow we're not getting hit with the damage volume. Somehow it's not triggering. So are we actually calling this function at all? Would be my first question. So let's put a breakpoint here. So let's now find our guy here. Okay, it's not even calling that function. Why not? Or is it just because this is a template and it's failing to set a breakpoint? Maybe it's the capsule version here. Okay, it's doing this one. Okay, so then we go into here. Do we trigger that? We do. Okay. Do we hit any objects? Any at all? No. We're not. And why is that? Because... Well, we need to actually touch it, I guess. So I'm going to put this right here. As soon as we touch it, it should be... Like, we're touching it. We should be triggering this volume here. What happens if we increase the size of this? Maybe it's just the Oh, the radius is negative. Why would... Ah, I see. Well, that's curious. Here's the thing that we should do. I'm going to do my add sphere. Add deep sphere. I'm going to do it just a little quick. In here. Assert. Radius is greater than 0. Yeah. That should help us out with some stuff. That should help detect that kind of issue, where we have a negative radius. Alright, so, while that's compiling, let's get back on here. Alright, we're back. Loading the game. Okay, so now, actually, let's go back to release, because I think the problem was literally just we had a negative radius for the damage volume. Whoopsies. Alright. Nope. I keep clicking the wrong thing. I want to look at OBS. Okay. That's got to compile now, because we did those changes. So let's get that music back on. Okay. Okay, so let's find our boulder. Our Indiana Jones boulder here. Alright, damage volume. +2. +2. Now we should have some knockback. Also, I don't know why that didn't trigger our assert. Anyway, let's... Alright. Okay, we got hit. But regarding collisions, you use the squared value in the radius. It shouldn't... For most stuff, you use the squared value rather than the radius. So it shouldn't change anything in the math. It did, though. Because it's like, we weren't hitting it, and then we made the radius big, and now we are hitting it. Although, why is the radius negative again? I literally just... Oh, because I didn't... Okay, save prefab. So there's probably something that I was doing that was stupid. Okay, there we go. We're hitting the breakpoint. Did we get knocked back? Okay, let's... Okay, we got knocked back a little bit. Let's bump that knock up to 100. Oh, wait. I should have saved that. 100. Save before I deleted it. So... Okay, so we got a little bit of knockback. That stopped the thing from doing too much damage to us. Let's do 500. Give ourselves a ton of knockback. Because right now, so the damage is being done to us by the mass, but the knockback is preventing it from doing... From, like, basically repeatedly hitting us. You know what I mean? 1,000... 1,000 knockback, please. No, 10,000 knockback. I will show you 10,000 knockback at the end of the stream. So stay tuned for the next half hour, because at the end of the stream, we're gonna do 20 boulders with 10,000 knockback. That's what I'm promising you guys at the end of the stream. 20 boulders with 10,000 knockback each. All right. Okay. So now, let's get the mass of the boulder up to... Big boulder. Alright. I'm gonna heal myself up first so I can see what the full impact does. Oh, still... Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna make it so that the boulder... I'm gonna disable impact damage from the boulder. So I actually do have a way to do this. Because I think getting the boulder to run at the same speed and do a fixed amount of damage is kind of difficult. So I think we'll... So I'm gonna set the... Rigid body. No, collider. Uncheck deal impact damage. So now we shouldn't be... It should deal us 0 damage now. Theoretically. Okay, it still dealt us damage. Why is that? Maybe it needs to, Maybe it needs to reset before it does that. Let's see. Do we still have to... Maybe push the character up a little bit when hit. Maybe that is the, maybe that is the, thing. The direction of the knockback is maybe not going in the right direction. Maybe Incentia is right. Maybe it needs to be 10,000 knockback. Yeah, because I think what's happening is that the boulder isn't impacting him, but the boulder's pushing him into the ground, and that is hurting him. You know what I mean? So, okay, do we have deal... somehow that got unticked. That's maybe the issue. Okay, so... Is that... Oh, this is somehow not saving. It seems like I have a bug, maybe. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's do, oh, I know why. Okay, I figured it out. I'm smart. It's because I didn't override that component in the prefab. So we're going back. Test Island. We're gonna find that, the boulder. I need to collider override in prefab. Then we need to set deal impact damage to false. Save prefab. Delete it, and now when a new one spawns, it has that thing unchecked. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, so now what's the... Okay. What's it gonna do? Okay, well, I'll set it now. I'll set it to 10,000. Huh. Somehow it's dealing impact damage when it's not supposed to be. Decent knockback. Okay, so this guy. I realize it's probably frustrating to watch me do this, just because, like, it's like, it seems like I'm just, like, doing the same thing over and over again. But this is kind of how you debug things. But I will set the knockback to 10,000. Okay, right in the path. Oh, there we go. That was a decent amount of knockback. Maybe the knockback does need to be really high. Okay, let's try that again. Perfect, actually. Okay, Incentia, your 10,000 number was somehow entirely on point. So I'm gonna increase the mass of this because we no longer need to use the mass to set damage because we have the impact damage set to false. We're gonna calculate the volume from the collider, and then we're gonna set it to 22,000. We'll make it not granite. It'll be a slightly later rock than granite. Then we'll set the mass, save the prefab, delete it. So it's gonna be coming fast at us. Oh, okay, that was still doing damage. Is this a challenge? This is a challenge, Incentia. You do want me to, all right. Let's set the knockback to some preposterous amount. Okay, knockback. Okay, I'm gonna increase the volume here, because it is possible that that the margin is just not quite big enough. What do you think of that number? Is that big enough? Is that big enough? That's a couple zeros. Oh! I hope you're happy. Do you see what's happening here? Do you know where we are? We're in space. We're in fucking space from that. Now you can see the curvature. Look, you can see the curvature of the atmosphere. We're in fucking space. Yeah. Alright, so that's maybe a bit much. Let's do 100,000. The final frontier. Okay. Alright, that's 6 zeros. That's what we want. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to figure out where the damage is coming from, because we set impact damage to 0. So I'm going to go back into debug mode. We're going to see where the damage is coming from. Here we have take damage. I'm going to put a breakpoint in take damage. Not in damageable, but in character. Damage? Why is the impact? Why are you not fine? Oh, it's in character, not character control. These are different things. take damage. Okay, cool. So, in this, I'm going to see what is causing us damage. Okay, we're back in debug mode. Oh. That's interesting. Type. Bludgeoning. Is this just from the ground? React to impact. Threshold. What's F? Interesting. What's the amount? 27. This is just from being teleported? We just landed a bit harder when we teleported, I guess? Interesting. Or maybe some other character on the other side of the map fell or something. But anyway. Let's get our break. Okay. Oh. Want to take that away? Don't mean to. Okay. This is us taking impact damage. Okay, so we have here. We've hit this breakpoint here. Is the other object a boulder? So amount is 0. Oh. We should check here. We should do if amount is greater than 0, then we're gonna take the damage. But let's see what's happening in here. So we have our amount 0. Okay, I'm gonna recompile that. So it's gonna hit this less frequently. It's super heavy. Yeah, exactly. It's extremely heavy. But interesting. So we have a breakpoint back in there. We're gonna go back to the rock. I know this seemed like, and I said we weren't gonna have to write any code, but apparently we are having to write code because we're having to fix some bugs. But it's good that we found them. Okay. So now, this better be, yeah, okay, that is better, that is bigger than 0. 4. Okay, react to impact. This is interesting. Ooh, react callback. So handle contacts. So this is where we do the impact damage here, by the way. So where do we, I think we've probably, we're probably ignoring the flag somewhere where we shouldn't be. So where do we set deal impact damage? So we hit the callback, react. Are we just ignoring the deal impact damage thing? So react to impact. And then we do take damage. So, here. So what is the collider that's hitting us? So this says is impact. Is impact is true. So this is an impact event, which is what we've detected. So I'm just going to put on the music while I'm trying to explain what's going on. So basically, us getting zonked in the head here, this is an impact event, right? And theoretically, this is supposed to return here after this, but it's not. It's gone through, so which means we're either being hit, either we're ignoring the flag somehow, we're not getting the right value, or Or this is not the object we're thinking of. So object 1 here is body. Why are you not? Come on. Or maybe. Okay, so what is OBA? It's a collision object, and its collider is a. Can I get more detail than that? Oh, it's a. It's the terrain. Ah, it's the height field. So the height field is dealing impact to us. Yeah, it's impact with the ground. It's the. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and I can't get rid of that. I can't get rid of impact with the ground causing us damage, because then you would be able to jump off of anything and it wouldn't deal any damage to you. So that's a problem. So, because this is like fall damage, basically. So, so somehow, yeah, so I think the knockback is basically causing us to go shoot into the ground, like, and then the ground, hitting the ground is causing us damage. The rock causes fall damage. Yes. I mean, I think theoretically you should have had to move some amount before fall damage is triggered, but I guess that's not. So that's interesting. That's quite interesting. Because we also have, well, that's clearly false. I might need to rethink how the damage works. So I guess. Anyway, let's unpause that. Like, it didn't kill us. Oh, but we got hit again. And we got hit again. So I'm gonna just put a hack in here. We love hacks, don't we? So what I'm gonna do is, let me kind of show you what's what I hope is gonna be what I hope is this gonna do. So theoretically, let's do white. If I am falling, right, and I'm hitting the ground, the contact normal should be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, maybe. That maybe... Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's try that, actually, that's a good idea. So, so here's what I'll do. We do take damage, and so we'll have is impact. We'll do if current state equals hit stun, return. That's also a good hack. That's simpler than what I was thinking of. See, if you're in hit stun, you won't take any more impact damage. We might need to set like a timing threshold on that, because like your hit stun might last for longer. You know what I mean? All right. Sorry. So we should take 0 damage from this rock if everything is correct. But that was a good idea, Incensia, with the being immune to impact damage while knockback is in effect. There we go. Okay. Honestly, that works amazingly well. So I'm gonna just decrease the knockback on this to not that much. That much. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Now I'm just gonna say that the damage per second is gonna be 20. Save. Theoretically, I only want this to do damage while it's moving, but, we'll see. Okay, that's not enough damage. It needs to do more damage than that. So... 100. See? Okay, that's... Okay, I'm gonna go back to release mode so I can see what's going on. Not with ascend, just regular release mode. Okay. Yeah, that was a really good idea actually with the just the flag that, because I already had a state that basically says you're being knocked back, right? So that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so let's adjust the damage. 200, let's say. Save. Okay. See, that's a little bit easier to control, right? Okay. So there is one thing I want to quickly add. So we're gonna go to the damage volume. Damage volume. And I'm gonna do... Let's get the music back. I just want to make it so that the speed, it needs to be moving to hit you. You know what I mean? Because basically I don't want you to be hit by the rock after it stopped moving. So I'm gonna do damage volume. Do we have a... How big is this? That's 48. Can I add another float without bloating it too much? Float speed threshold. So by default, it's gonna do, it's gonna do damage whenever it's over this speed, and that by default that's gonna be 0. But okay, let's just go to JSON serializer. Let's save this speed threshold variable. Now. We add damage volume in gameworld.cp, I think we're looking for. Oh shit, we're getting to the end of the stream. I gotta do the 20 rocks. Give me one quick, I'm gonna quickly implement this thing. Add damage. Okay, so here we have the thing. So I'm gonna do if. So if the speed threshold, once again, we might go overtime by just a tiny bit here. So, why is that caps lock? Why is my caps lock on? If speed threshold, so we're going to do volume, that speed threshold is greater than 0.0f, and, why is that? Oh, it's because the reference, not a pointer. Okay, so if we have a threshold here, we're going to do if entity e dot try get component or has component rigid body. Okay, so if our threshold is greater than 0 and we have a rigid body, we are going to do physics get object e dot get velocity dot magnitude squared is greater than speed threshold squared. A lot of ifs here. We're gonna continue. We're gonna. Oh, actually, it should be less than. Okay, so now we can set a speed threshold on this guy. Actually, we need to add the editor stuff for that real quick. Editor.cv. Okay, we need to find damage volume. Okay. Quickly. Speed threshold. Now, run that. I'm trying to go fast because we're getting close to the end of the stream. Just waiting for compilation here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Gotta do that every time we compile. Although I think our numbers are doing pretty good today. Lot of chat activity. People liked the Indiana Jones rock, I guess. But yeah, don't forget to stick around because we are gonna do 20 rocks, possibly 100. We're just waiting for this to compile, and then we're gonna set our speed threshold so we don't get hit by the. Yeah. All right. Still waiting. All right, cool. Let's get into our. Oh, we have a breakpoint. Why are we failing here? I think I know why. Where did we speed? Wait, why is that? We're having an issue while we're Oh wait, that's success. Why is it? If error. This seems like that's not correct. This should be. error does not equal SIMD JSON success. I think that's a bug there. All right, let's try that again. I don't know why that happened. It's in vector bool. Weird. I hope we didn't corrupt our JSON file. That would be a really annoying time for that to happen. I guess we're not getting out at 4 o'clock. We'll do another 15 minutes probably. This also seems incorrect then, if that's what happened. We shall see, we shall see. Alright, waiting for this to compile. In the meantime, I'll just check with my JSON file just to see if it's corrupted in some way. I don't think we would have done that, but game. Oh, what? We could. Okay, no, we're all good. We're all good. We're fine. Okay. I don't know what that was. Clearly me screwing up my code, I guess. Okay, so now let's get this guy. We're gonna set a speed threshold on him. Damage volume. The speed threshold is going to be 5 meters per second. Maybe that's a little bit too high. 1 meter per second. So basically, as long as it's not stopped, I think, basically. Then we'll save that prefab. Then let's get hit by it. It's gonna do a little bit of damage to us. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Now this is what everybody's been waiting for. Hi all! Hello! You come in right at the end of the stream, but don't worry, we got one big thing left to do. By the way, I was drinking some Chinese lemonade, if that's what you're wondering, because I know you like the drinks. Anyway. Let's take this guy, and I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna heal myself up. We're just doing the end of stream chaos right now, so I hope you guys are okay. So now I'm gonna take this guy, gonna put him up here. I'm gonna do I said 20. They're gonna duplicate that guy, duplicate him again. That should be 5 of them. That is 5 here. Then we're gonna duplicate that 4 times. So so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's should be. No, that doesn't seem like 20. How many is that? Something. Okay, so oh, because I didn't do duplicate selection. I did. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Control D. Now we have 18. 19, 20. Okay, that's 20 rocks. Save? No, I don't want to save. I didn't click save. Let's not save that. I don't want to save that. Now, I don't think we have any chance of surviving this. Oh, maybe. Oh, here's the problem. They all stopped each other. It's. So here's what I'm gonna do. I mean, you guys already saw like 1 million knockback, but let's do. No, that is exactly 1 million. Now. Where am I? Where did I get knocked back to? Oh, I got back. That's 1 million knockback. So we did like 100 million knockback. So I will save 1 million just for a second. And we're going to duplicate that a bunch of times. Oh, I died. Okay, where's my big rock? Alright. Is it coming down? Did I activate the trap? You've activated my trap card. Alright, let's duplicate that a bunch of times. Okay, now it's gonna come down at us. And this is at 1 million knockback. Well, I think that's satisfactory. I'm gonna go back to my actually, let's just leave that scene here while I do my end speech here. But anyway, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Fantastic stream today. We had a lot of fun. We did some crazy rock physics. I would like to say that below this video, you can like and subscribe to the stream. That is super fun. It lets YouTube know that you like this kind of content and you want to see more of this type of content. You can also wishlist this game on Steam. And you can let Steam know that you want to play this game. And then Steam will let you know when the game's available and when it's on sale. It's not available yet, but it will be at some point. And also that you can join the Discord if you really kind of like, you're like, I kind of want to play this game. Join the Discord. We'll talk about it, and maybe we can get you a key. Maybe we can get you a key. But also, last thing, this channel is supported by viewers like you. This is my only job. This is I spend all my day working on this game and a little bit of time streaming to you guys. So if you think that you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me monetarily, so that we can buy things like this webcam that was bought to me by viewers like you. I can do things like that, and if you want to do that, there's a link down below this video to my Ko-Fi, where you give me a small donation, $2, $5, $10. That gives you a special role in the Discord channel, and it gives you I'll read your message live on stream. So yeah, if you're interested in that, there's that. And if you're interested in just watching, you can also just watch the videos. I got plenty of videos on my channel that you can watch of previous streams and clips from those if you guys want to see that. So that's available. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you like my content. Tell all your friends, and I will see you right back here next Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. And so yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you later. Bye.